Hello. I kindly requested that stuff stop happening, but they didn't listen. So what's up? Cops! Lots of cop stuff today. Memphis, you're in for a wild ride tonight. So 5 Memphis cops seemingly tortured and murdered a man after a traffic stop, and the police chief was like, hey, the footage is really bad. To give you a sense of just how bad this is, the cops took swift action against their own kind and charged 5 of them with charges. The body cam footage is expected to be released tonight, and they've asked for protests to remain peaceful. I would instead say that maybe traffic stops should remain peaceful. I should note that the mother of the victim is among those saying remain peaceful. Make of that what you will. I also feel like there might be another reason why these cops saw very swift justice, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But the cop stuff doesn't stop there. See, the city of Atlanta is trying to reclaim some public green space and instead build a cop training facility that's modeled after a town so that cops can be better at having urban warfare situations. I love it when we bulldoze public nature spots so that we can train cops to better attack our own citizens. Anyway, there has been murder there as well. When the cops were trying to get rid of protesters, they murdered one of them with a gun. The cops say that they were shot at by the protesters, but I would say maybe don't bulldoze a forest so that you can train how to shoot us. Anyway, the protests there have gotten wacky and wild enough that the governor is calling a state of emergency and trying to bring in the National Guard. You will be policed, and you will like it. My comments today are gonna be a disaster. Again with the sun making the lighting difficult, I apologize. I don't yet have enough patrons to afford a sound stage. Remember when gas prices went kablooey, like, very recently? Well, it turns out now Chevron's doing a $75 billion stock buyback and amping up dividends for their shareholders. It is almost like we have built an entire civilization based around extortion from the oil industry. You must have a car to survive. Saying anything to the contrary is un-American. If you're in Australia, be on the lookout for a lost radioactive capsule. It's like super tiny, like millimeters in size, but can cause radioactive burns. Apparently it fell out of a truck. Did you know that the Department of Justice is suing Google? Like, they're in court right now. The DOJ says that Google is abusing their position as an ad intermediary and screwing both websites and publishers. Google says, nah. Speaking of Google, all those tech giants that have laid off multiple thousands of people over the past couple of weeks, I haven't been doing a very good job of it. Like, for Google, literally the employees showed up to the office and tested their badges on the front door to see if they were still employed or not. We're family here, and just like family, we changed the locks after you left. Rapid fire. Tech publication CNET was testing using an AI to write articles, and turns out it was just a lot of plagiarism, and so they paused that. There was gonna be a dude to be represented in court by an AI lawyer, but a bunch of bar associations were like, hey yo, don't do that. The FBI says they interrupted a massive international ransomware ring, and I guess they didn't make any arrests, but they disrupted them. Don't pay attention to the bad stuff that we did. We got rid of the ransomware guys. TikTok has a plan to try to stay operational within the US and keep senators happy, and they're calling it Project Texas. The extremely short version is they're gonna like copy paste everything that makes TikTok operational, but like put it in the US for US stuff. Oh, and a study came out that said that people feel better when they hear birds chirping. So go listen to birds. I have it on good authority that you're going to send this video to somebody excellent, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for live streams and longer versions of this show. That's all I have for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It helps immensely. Thank you. Have a good weekend.